Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the maths class of Standard 5. Today we are continuing the chapter shapes. So, before moving to the today's topic, we will recap the concepts we learned in the previous class. Okay, so in the last class, we learned to measure angles using a protractor, isn't it? Measuring angles using a protractor. Do you remember, children, how to measure the angles using a protractor? Okay, my dears, I made a video for that. Everyone go through that once again and recap the session, recap the measurement using protractor, and after that we will move to the next class. Okay, so watch this. Children, this is the protractor and that we learned in the last class. And here in this protractor, this is the center of this protractor, and the line which is joining this 180 degree to 0 degree, that is the line joining these two numbers are called the baseline. Okay, and the midpoint of the baseline is the center. And we know in a protractor there are two types of markings, and that is one from right to left 0 to 180, and one is from left to right 0 to 180. Okay, so here this one is the inner scale and this one is the outer scale. Okay, children, so I will show you when we have to use the inner scale and when we have to use the outer scale. Okay, I am drawing an angle without any measurement. I am drawing an angle. Okay, look, children, here the pointers, these arrow shows the ray. This ray is going to the right. Okay, so if this points to the right, it means you have to take the measurement from the inner scale. Okay, from the inner scale you have to take the measurement. Okay, so here look, children, first you have to take the protractor and place the center of the protractor on the vertex, like this. Here on this vertex you have to place the center, and then you adjust it. If you are placing the center, placing it at the center, but it is on like this, if it is like this, is it right? No. Then you have to make sure that the base is coinciding with the arm. Okay, the base is coinciding with the other ray. Okay, so now it is on both on the same line. Got it, children? And our arrow is pointing to the right. So you have to start from here. So here the starting number 0 comes in inner scale. So you have to take the measurement in inner scale. Got it, children? So arrow is pointing to this side. That's why we are taking from this side. Look here, 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, it's up to 40. And here look, 40 and one more division we have to take. Look, it is pointing to actually two divisions. Okay, after 40 it is small division shows the 1 degree. Okay, each degree is here. So after 40 it is 41 and 42. So which shows 42 degree. Okay, so what is the measurement of this angle? 42 degree. You can write like this. Okay, now I am drawing another one, and I am drawing it on like this. Okay, here you look, here this angle is facing to the left side and this arrow pointing to the left side. So from which scale you have to take the measurement? Yes, from the outer scale. Okay, always remember, if it is pointing to the right side, you have to take from the inner scale. If the ray or if the angle is facing to the left side, then you have to take from the outer scale. Okay, so as we learned, first take the protractor and place the 70, and it is 60 and the big one 61, 62, 63, 64 and 65. So here the measurement of our angle is 65 degree. 65 degree. Got it, children? Okay. So this way you can use the protractor to measure an angle. And last day I gave some works to draw some angles and draw measuring angles activity. I hope everyone done that. My dear children, the concept of measuring angles is clear for you, isn't it? So we are moving to today's topic. Today's topic is types of angles. Types of angles. It's very important topic, so everyone study it well. Okay. Types of angle. The measure of an angle lies between 0 degree and 360 degree. That we know. The total measure is 360 degree. So all the angles will be between 0 and 360 degree. So here these angles of different measures are given different names. Okay, so let us learn about them in detail. The first one is zero angle. So what is the first angle? Zero angle. Okay. If the initial ray does not move to any distance, no angle is formed. Look children, if the first ray, okay, if the initial ray does not move to any distance, no angle is formed. It is called zero angle. Okay, that means the angles with the measurement 0 degree is called the zero angle. Got it, children? Now, the next type of angle is acute angle. If the initial ray moves to a distance such that the final ray lies between 0 and 90 degree, and the angle formed is called an acute angle. Okay, my dears, what is an acute angle? Acute angle means the angle measure between 0 degree and 90 degree. Or if the angle measure of an angle is less than 90 degree, we can say that that is an acute angle. Okay, the angle measure less than 90 degree is called acute angle. Like this. Look children, here you can check it by measuring with the protractor. You will get the angle is less than 90 degree. Okay, so it will be between 0 to 90 degree. So this type of angles are called acute angles. So 45 degree, is it an acute angle? Yes, because that is less than 90, isn't it? So 45 degree is an acute angle. Or 50 degree, 80 degree, 75 degree, these all are acute angles. Okay, now next one is right angle. If the initial ray lies on 90 degree, okay, so look children, the angle formed between the initial ray and the final ray is called a right angle. That means if an angle is forming with the measurement 90 degree, we can say that it is a right angle. Okay, if the angle measurement is 90 degree, then that angle is a right angle. Got it, children? Okay, so if say 85 degree, is that a right angle? No, it should be exactly 90 degree. Okay, that is the right angle. Got it, children? Now the next type of angle is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means if the final ray lies between 90 degree and 180 degree, the angle formed between the initial ray and final ray is called obtuse angle. For example, if the angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, then we can say that that is an obtuse angle. Okay, children, once again, the angles greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree are called obtuse angle. For example, 100 degree is an obtuse angle, 165 is an obtuse angle, 175 is an obtuse angle, but 180 is not an obtuse angle. Between 90 and 180 degree, all the angles are obtuse angle. All the measurements are obtuse angle. Got it, children? Alright, now the next one is straight angle. Straight angle means if the final ray lies on 180 degree. Okay, so if the angle measure is 180 degree, then that angle is called straight angle. Okay, if the angle measure is 180 degree, then that angle is called a straight angle. So which are the angles we learned? Yeah, zero angle. That means zero angle is the angle with measurement 0 degree. And then acute angle. Acute angle is the angle with the measurement less than 90 degree. Okay, less than 90 degree is called acute angle. And right angle, the angle with measurement 90 degree. Okay, exactly 90 degree measurement angles are called right angle. Then obtuse angles, the angle with the measurement greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree are called obtuse angle. Then straight angle, the angles with measurement 180 degree are called straight angle. Now we are studying reflex angles. A reflex angle means if the measure of an angle between the initial ray and final ray is greater than 180 degree, then the angle is called a reflex angle. Okay, children. So we learn the 180 degree angle is the straight angle. So greater than straight angle, that is greater than 180 degree angles are called reflex angle. Okay, children, the greater than 180 degree angles are called reflex angle. That means 250 degree. That is a reflex angle. Then 190, that is a reflex angle. 280, that is a reflex angle. 310, that is a reflex angle. Okay, so these all are reflex angles. Clear, children? The angles which are greater than 180 degree are reflex angles. Now next is complete angle. If the initial ray moves to a distance and comes back to its original position, the angle formed is called complete angle. Complete angle means if the ray is starting from here and it is rotating and it is coming back to its actual position. Okay, that is the complete rotation. That is called a complete angle and its measurement is 360 degree. Okay, measurement of a complete angle is 360 degree. Got it, children? Okay. So which are the angles we learn? We learn about zero angles. Then acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, then reflex angles and complete angles, isn't it? So look at this one, children. You have to identify the different types of angles that are acute, obtuse, right, zero or straight. Okay, so always remember, zero angle means 0 degree angles. Acute angle means less than 90 degree. Obtuse angle means greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Right angle means 90 degree angle. Straight angle means that is 180 degree angle. And reflex angle is greater than 180 degree. Okay, keep this all in your mind and then you answer. So first one is 65 degree. Tell me, 65 degree is less than 90, isn't it? So the first one is an acute angle. Okay, now look at the next one, 120 degree. This is 120 degree. 120 degree is greater than 90 but less than 180, isn't it? So it's an obtuse angle. Okay, it's an obtuse angle. Now look at the next one, 40 degree. 40 degree is less than 90 degree. Okay, so it will come under acute angle. Then 90 degree. 90 degree angles have a name. What is that? Right angle. So 90 degree is a right angle. The next one, 135 degree. 135 is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, right? So 135 degree is an obtuse angle. You can write here obtuse angle. Then 45 degree. 45 degree is less than 90 degree. So it's an acute angle. Then 0 degree, 0 angle. Then 150 degree. 150 degree is greater than 90 but less than 180. So it's a obtuse angle. It's an obtuse angle. Then 50 degree acute angle. 180 degree, yeah, 180 degree angles are called straight angles, isn't it? So 180 degree is a straight angle. Then 75 degree is an acute angle. It is less than 90. So it's an acute angle. Look at the next one. It is 60 degree. This is also less than 90 degree. So it's also an acute angle. So you can answer this question like this, children. So everyone go through this well and study the types of angles very well. Okay. Children, now I am going to give you some notebook work. So here is a note of types of angles. So here acute angle, an angle that is less than 90 degree. You can draw the example figure also. Then right angle, an angle that is exactly 90 degree, and draw the figure like this. And obtuse angle, an angle that is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. You draw like this the example. Straight angle, an angle that is exactly 180 degree. Reflex angle, an angle that is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. And then full angle. Full angle means this is the complete angle. Okay, so you can change full angle to complete angle. Both are same, full angle or complete angle. Complete angle is an angle that is exactly 360 degree. So everyone copy this much to your notebook and study it very well. Okay, I will ask the questions based on these all in our online session. So everyone study this all well, and I am going to give some homeworks in your workbook also. So the questions which are based on types of angles are there in page number 2 and 3, question number 10 to 14. So everyone answer this in your workbook itself. Okay, my dears. So do this all. I am winding up my class. See you in the next class. Thank you.